Thank you guys for joining us today to hear more about SCAD. I'm Brad Simon, one of the PACAC representatives. I'll be facilitating today, but please, just a couple of ground rules. If you have any questions, utilize the Q&A feature. Those will be answered, and if they're not, the representative will be able to reach out to you with responses. Your video and audio will be turned off, so that Q&A is your only process to communicate with us and let us know if you need anything. If you miss anything or want to hear recordings of these sessions, they will be available later, and we encourage you to sign up for additional schools to learn more about those and giving the opportunity for SCAD to share more.
Awesome. All right, guys. So thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you guys are having a great evening at home, wherever you're calling in from. My name is Brett Sherman. I work for the Savannah College of Art and Design. I recruit all over Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and I'm also a SCAD grad as well. So I studied graphic design at SCAD. So feel free, if you guys have any questions throughout the presentation, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'll privately get back to you after the presentation. But without further ado, we're going to jump right into the presentation. We're going to cover a lot today, everything from our campus locations to the majors that we offer. Some key things that from my experience, I think are going to be a huge impact to you guys if you guys end up coming to SCAD, and a few other things. We're going to watch a short video to kind of introduce you to SCAD first, and then we'll jump into some of those other topics as well. All right, here we go.
I'm driven to create.
To be expressive.
To collaborate with only the best and across disciplines.
If you have an outlet like the arts where you can be in these other worlds and imagine anything, growing up in the arts, I've seen it change people's lives.
There are things happening in our classrooms where students are actually reimagining their own education in the way that we communicate with each other.
What is that next step for them? How are they going to make those contacts with their future employers?
During my time at SCAD, what was so magical was that it was this hot pot of creative people from different types of majors that could influence each other.
I would say my two greatest lessons that I learned from SCAD were learning the structure of the industry and the strong work ethic, but I think you really hone those skills at SCAD.
I am the creative director of Christopher John Rogers. Growing up, I always knew that fashion was my passion. Ew, gross. Okay, wait.
I absolutely love SCAD.
I love SCAD too. I love it more than John Krasinski.
Hey, bees.
Hey, SCAD.
Hello, SCAD.
Extremely bright, smart people who love creativity, fashion, design, art, film, telling their version of their own story.
I am an artist.
I am a performer.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Storyteller. Thanks to SCAD, my future as a creative professional is real. It's happening.
You are the next incarnation of this beautiful planet that needs design, that needs beauty, that needs your mind and your spirit and your energy, your power, your unique voice.
Because you have something unique to say.
This is SCAD.
One, two, three. Anyone who asks me about colleges in US, all I say is SCAD. Don't even think of anything else.
All right, guys. So that's your quick introduction into SCAD. We're going to jump right into it. So SCAD was founded back in 1978, and since then we've grown to become one of the most comprehensive and connected art and design universities in the world. We had one building back in 1978 down in Savannah, Georgia. It was called Petter Hall, that you can see on the screen right here. We had around 77 students, 12 faculty members, and only about 8 majors offered. So we were a very small art school back in 1978, but we have grown since then. So now we have approximately 15,000 students representing more than 50 states and more than 100 countries as well. And around 25% of our student body hails internationally as well. So you're going to meet a lot of different creatives all down at all these different campuses that we offer that we'll talk about in just a minute. We also have 100+ degree programs at SCAD, so that's more than 40 majors and more than 75 minors to choose from, as you can see on this next screen right here. So the cool thing about SCAD is that when you're accepted to SCAD, you're accepted to all of our degree programs. Okay, so if you're kind of deciding, I'm interested in a lot of different things, or I've absolutely no idea what I want to study or hone down on coming right out of high school, that's perfectly fine, because at SCAD, we give you the first 2 years once you get to SCAD to choose which major you want to be a part of. So we have some of those traditional majors that your parents might think of, like painting and graphic design, illustration, but we also have things like animation, interactive design and game development, where you're designing video games. We have visual effects, we have film and TV, we have a new major called immersive reality, which is teaching augmented and virtual reality. We also have business of beauty and fragrance, which recently began as well. And that's teaching the business side of the fragrance industry as well. So definitely a lot of majors to choose from. And again, you guys have time once you get to SCAD to actually hone down and choose which major you want to be a part of. When you're coming into SCAD, the most popular major is actually undecided. So definitely a lot of degree programs to choose from. Now, there are always 3 things that I like to talk to with you guys during the short time that I have with you during these presentations. These 3 things really had a large impact on me when I was a SCAD student. So I always like to share these things with you guys so you can get a better idea of, if you guys come to SCAD, this is kind of what to expect. So the 3 things that are important, that were important to me as a student, were technology. The next one were going to be internship opportunities, and also our faculty members at SCAD. So we're going to jump right into it with our technology. So all of the technology that you utilize at SCAD is all state of the art. We actually rent all of our equipment. So you're always going to have the latest and greatest equipment. We're kind of all of our equipment's on this rotational kind of schedule where, right when there's new technology that comes out, we throw that technology right inside the classroom. So whether you're in a virtual reality lab, like you can see on the screen, if you're a fibers major or a fashion major, illustration, if you're designing textile design, you can print right on fabric on our computer aided looms. We also have these amazing 3D printing labs. Back there's a printing lab as well. This is one of a few of them that we have on campus. Really any major can take a part of any of these. We also have laser cutters in there as well. And then if you're a part of the film and TV major, we have all the latest green screen technology and camera equipment. So again, this means that whatever they're using in the industry for whatever major you guys decide to go into, we're going to have at SCAD. So you're going to be that much more prepared for your first job coming out of school. Okay, so all the latest and greatest equipment, all inside of the different buildings that we have all across the SCAD campuses. The second point is going to be all of our professors at SCAD. So I like to refer to them more as like mentors. All of our mentors at SCAD all have to have industry experience to be able to be employed at the school, which means that you have a lot of professors with a ton of great industry connections and a ton of industry experience. They've all been in your shoes before. Somebody like Andrew Reeve-Rab was head of casting at CBS for 12 years. She casted The Big Bang Theory, NCIS, How I Met Your Mother, and a lot of other shows as well. And she was named one of Variety's 10 best teachers in film. And she also created a full-fledged professional casting office at our Savannah campus as well. So if you guys are interested in film and TV, performing arts, you can be a part of a lot of the TV shows and feature films that are coming to all of the different campuses that we offer. If you are a part of the graphic design program, this was actually one of my professors at SCAD in the graphic design department. Steph Guy Spieler, you might not recognize his name, but you definitely recognize his work. You can see all of the different logos that Steph Guy Spieler created during his career as a graphic designer. The NBC Peacock logo, Time Warner Cable, Telemundo logo, and a lot of other brands that we've grown to love throughout the years. If you are a part of the fibers major, we have Ben Copperwheat as one of our professors. He's been commissioned by people like Beyonce, and also companies like Gucci, Calvin Klein, and Tommy Hilfiger. So again, no matter what major you are a part of, you will have professors that have industry experience and are knowledgeable in all the different areas of study that, again, you guys are going to be a part of. So if you guys want to learn more about some of the different professors that are teaching for whatever major you guys are interested in, feel free to go to our website. We have a whole breakdown for every single major that we have at SCAD. Now, the last point is going to be the internship opportunities. So the internship opportunities at SCAD are very exciting. Obviously a lot of our students will go to LA, New York, go be a part of a cool company for a few months, more of like a traditional internship. But we also have students that are a part of a program we like to call SCAD Pro at the school. So basically what SCAD Pro is it's a 10-week long internship opportunity, but they're all done on campus. So you never have to leave campus, but you get to work for a Fortune 500 business, okay? So we've worked for, our students have worked with companies like Google, Disney, L'Oreal, Chick-fil-A, Fox Sports, a ton of awesome companies. And our students are working on real world projects during that time. And basically we throw all different majors all in one class together, and you guys collaborate for 10 weeks on a real world project for a real world company. Okay, so SCAD Pro is going to be an awesome opportunity that's going to be mainly during your junior and senior year. SCAD Pro has hosted more than 500 collaborations with more than 300 top brands. It's led to over 200 job offers based on the SCAD Pro projects. And it's, again, proof that real world experience will set you apart from the competition and bring your dream job that much closer to reality. So if you think about the thousands of students that are going through different universities, coming out with that piece of paper saying that I went to this school, I went to that school, what's going to be, again, setting you guys apart from the rest is going to be your real world experience, AKA your internships that you guys end up doing. So a lot of internship opportunities at SCAD. So it all kind of leads us to this one number. Now, this is our stellar alumni employment rate. So within 10 months of graduation, 99% of our alumni were either employed, seeking further education, or both. And 91% of that 99% were employed in a creative field. So these extraordinary numbers are obviously a testament to the talented and ambitious students that come through SCAD, but it also speaks volumes about the quality of a SCAD education as well. So SCAD alumni and their work are everywhere. So we're going to jump into some of our alumni that are coming out of SCAD. So we have Christopher John Rogers, who launched his line with fellow SCAD bees that you can see on the screen right here. And you may have seen his fantastic garments on icons like Michelle Obama, Rihanna, MTV Awards. Maybe you saw Lizzo's dress. And also most recently at the 2020 virtual VMAs on Lady Gaga. And Christopher John Rogers won the amazing CFDA Fashion Vogue Fund Award, which is around a $400,000 fund. And that's going to be, that was a huge thing for him. And he's doing a lot of great things. So definitely follow him on Instagram, Christopher John Rogers. He updates his pages all the time, again, to see kind of what he's doing in the field right now. We also have SCAD grad Andrew Siebert. He works for Google, and Andrew actually got this position based off of the SCAD Pro assignment that he was a part of. So Andrew Siebert works on the augmented and virtual reality kind of area for Google, and he studied user experience design at SCAD. We also have Quentin Williams, if anybody's interested in footwear design. Quentin Williams co-founded the startup Q4 Sports. He studied industrial design at SCAD, but had a focus in footwear, and he designs for NBA stars and sneakerheads alike. So obviously that's just a small selection of the accomplished SCAD grads who work at places such as Netflix, Chanel, Pixar, Apple, Spotify, Instagram. And these alumni all have different backgrounds and interests, but they all had this in common. So they all wanted to follow their passion. They all obviously wanted to make a living, make some money. And they all started right where you guys are today. So again, showing up to these fairs, maybe it's a guidance counselor, having a guidance, going to a guidance visit, or having some college representative come into your classroom and present SCAD. All of these alumni all started right where you guys are today. So we're going to figure out what makes us the university for creative careers in this next short video.
SCAD sets you up for success
hone in on what you're good at, make it great, and use everything that SCAD has to offer with it.
SCAD is constantly staying very aware of industry trends and therefore kind of adapting curriculum to play into that and be able to have students be very prepared for real life after graduation.
Just seeing the depth and the amount of detail the students put in, and when you bring in people from all of those different disciplines together, it's really amazing what they can create.
It really opens a lot of doors and a lot of opportunities become real possibilities here.
What's different about SCAD is they're setting the bar higher here. The student will really shine outside of this environment and the workplace. I wish I was back here as a student sometimes. They've got all the facilities you need to do anything you dream of.
我就是抓住这个机会，我们线上所有的设备其实我都摸遍了，那让我有很大的信心可以设立自己的工作室。
The reaction to the name of the school definitely brings smile. It's amazing how every time that I say SCAD, more and more people go, oh my God, you went to SCAD.
There's drive, there's compassion, there's a willingness to take huge risks. I just don't know that it exists anywhere else.
Because of SCAD, I got my dream job at Disney.
Lighting artist at Microsoft.
3M Healthcare.
Porsche Cars North America.
Gensler.
Google.
Netflix.
IBM. Lenovo.
Pixar Animation Studio.
I'm going to be a product designer for Instagram.
All right. So to jump into some of our campuses that we offer, as you can see on the screen right there, we have campuses in Atlanta, a study abroad option in Lacoste, France, a full-time campus in Savannah, Georgia, and also an e-learning program to take advantage of as well. So we're going to start off with our Atlanta campus. So at our Atlanta campus, we have around 3,500 students. We have around 9 buildings to choose from. And it's in a larger city. So if you guys are interested in a larger city experience down south, we have our Atlanta campus. You're going to be in a thriving business and film production hub, right in the heart of the city's bustling Midtown area, right outside of downtown Atlanta. You're going to be plugged into museums, parks, music venues, sports arenas, and more. If you guys are interested in film and TV or performing arts, there's a ton of movies that are being filmed in and around Atlanta. There's also Turner Broadcasting, Tyler Perry Studios, a ton of great opportunities for internships and opportunities for film and TV students. If you're interested in animation, Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon are right in your backyard as well. So a lot of great opportunities there. Now we're going to watch about a minute video about each of our campuses. We're going to start off with our Atlanta campus.
Atlanta is one of the best cities. SCAD has so many different relationships with multiple companies. And so I was really able to immerse myself in the industry. SCAD Atlanta is really just a great location.
It's no surprise that Atlanta is now the Hollywood of the South. Now, that's exciting just to be a student here, and especially a film student. It's even more exciting because of SCAD's commitment to bringing that industry professional perspective into the classroom.
You always have to constantly evolve in the industry because it's very competitive. And that's why I decided to get my master at SCAD Atlanta.
If you're recruiting or hiring anyone for any position, you want to really understand, are you dedicated? Are you passionate? When I look at the folks who are working at some of the premier companies in Atlanta in the creative space, they come from SCAD.
All right, so that's our Atlanta campus. I also told you about our study abroad option in beautiful Lacoste, France. So you can venture to the peaceful scenic hills of southern France to study at SCAD Lacoste. This is our whole campus right there. So SCAD took over a 1,000-year-old medieval village where you'll be living with around 100 other students per quarter. So we send over a few like majors over there per quarter so you guys can collaborate on projects while you're over in the south of France. And depending on what majors over there, we switch out all the classrooms to make sure that you have all the equipment that you need over there as well. Again, this is in the Provence region of France. It's where Vincent van Gogh painted his sunflower fields and his lavender fields. You guys also go over to Paris, France for 5 days and 4 nights. This is going to be, again, a study abroad option at SCAD. So you can choose during your time at SCAD when you want to go over here. So you can only go over here once during your SCAD education, but it is a 2.5 month experience and definitely an amazing one at that. You can see some of the images from some of our students from last summer that attended the Lacoste France campus. And again, through this next video, you'll get a better idea of kind of the experience over in Lacoste, France.
Studying Lacoste is so unique. The Provence region is known for the artists that have come here and painted this valley and this region. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
SCAD has created a beautiful world here that gives a whole different perspective, and one finds or fine-tunes their process being here.
Being able to live and go to school in such a historic place, to see the old buildings going all the way back to Roman times, it's really beneficial to their art.
Being exposed to a different culture and a different language is also a very good way of pushing your boundaries as a creative person.
It can take so long for the sun to go down, and it gets really dark. You can see all the stars, and you're living next to a chateau. That's not an experience that you get every day.
You get them out of their environment into a new, wondrous environment. They open up a little bit more, and then they're going to take that and all those experiences home with them.
That is the SCAD Lacoste campus. And then finally, our last physical campus is going to be our Savannah, Georgia campus. Now, this is our largest campus. We have around 11,000 of our 15,000 students here. We have over 80 buildings in downtown Savannah that are all historically preserved and absolutely stunning in the inside. And if you haven't been to Savannah, Georgia before, it is an absolutely beautiful city, very historic. You can go through the cobblestone streets and horse and buggies riding around. Kind of feels like you're in a little bit of a fairy tale. We're around 20 minutes from the beach as well, so we're right on the coast of Georgia. We have a little beach town called Tybee Island, so a lot of great times that you can have going over to the beach while you're a student at SCAD. And again, over 80 restored buildings in downtown Savannah. We offer the most majors, we have the most students. This is considered one of our main campuses at SCAD. So we're gonna watch a short video, one of our last videos, to check out our Savannah, Georgia campus.
When I was in Savannah, it was easy to see what a large opportunity I had with the creative collective that exists there. It's a really, really large network of people who are just doing and investing in something that they love.
The level of confidence that the SCAD students present is really exciting to watch.
All of the classrooms that we've seen, the students have been so engaged and working. They've all been applying whatever skills they're learning, and they're engaged with the professor in such a nice way. It's like a creative Disneyland.
When I went to Savannah for the first time, I felt like I was home. It's just such a beautiful place. There's constant inspiration because there's so much character everywhere. I felt like I could do whatever I wanted.
It's such a beautiful city, and it's such an amazing school, and there's so many other opportunities you have while you're here to be aware of it, to be involved, to get to know more people, to try different art forms. This is a place to teach yourself, to grow, and to really choose your own adventure.
Right. And finally, we have an e-learning campus. Now, this has been around pre-pandemic, so we've had our e-learning program for a while now. If you're a full-time student, you can still take advantage of the e-learning program. Let's just say you get a cool internship. They offer you an additional month or whatever it might be, an extension on your internship. You can always say yes to that internship, obviously, right? And then you can take advantage of the e-learning program and take your classes online so you won't skip a beat. Now, the cool thing about all of these different campuses at SCAD is that you don't have to just choose one of them. When you're accepted to SCAD, you are accepted to all of our campuses. So you can seamlessly start off in Savannah, Georgia, work your way to Atlanta, maybe for a cool internship, a larger city experience, go over to Lacoste, France, and then come back to Savannah to graduate. Okay, so definitely a lot to choose from. Again, when you're accepted to SCAD, you are accepted to all of our campuses. So in the coming weeks and months, as you guys think about how to customize your SCAD experience to your unique strengths and goals, be sure to visit our website. So on our website, you can learn more about the SCAD degree programs, academic resources, faculty, and also all of our different locations. So I definitely urge you guys to check out our website. We have a breakdown of all the different majors that we offer. You can see student work, the faculty that are teaching, every single class that you'll take at SCAD. It's very detailed, so definitely check out our website as you guys are looking more into SCAD. For any high school students, if you guys are looking at how to begin your journey before SCAD, we have a ton of different high school programs, usually happening during the summer. So we have pre-college programs at our university. One is called Summer Seminar, which is a 1 week long workshop style, where you're a part of 2 workshop style classes. Good time to get maybe like a portfolio piece going, maybe see if you're interested in certain majors, things like that. We also have a 5 week long program where you can earn college credit called Rising Star. It's again a 5 week long program. Usually it's in person. This past summer we had it virtually. So the Rising Star program is where you can earn college credit. You take 2 college level classes and they're all at half price tuition as well. And lastly, if you are a junior, maybe thinking about how you can get started your senior year, you guys can also be a part of our dual enrollment program where you can take college level classes online while you're in high school. Okay, so those are the different college programs that pre-college programs that we have. We're going to jump right into our admission process to kind of give you guys a better idea of what our admission process is like. So at SCAD, we are on rolling admission, which means that you guys can apply at any time throughout the year. If you are a junior, you guys can actually officially apply to SCAD your junior year. If you're a senior, you guys know what to do. Obviously, you guys can apply your senior year as well, okay? We have an application on our website called the SCAD app. Super user-friendly. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to complete. The cool thing about it is that you only have to have basic information about yourself at the time of the initial application. So if you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have test scores, I don't have transcripts, I don't even have a portfolio ready, that's perfectly fine because you can apply to SCAD with basic information and then you can send us all of those materials at a later date. You can also use the Common App as well. Feel free to do that if you prefer. Doesn't matter which one to us. Your name just comes in a little bit quicker with the SCAD app, so maybe just keep that in mind. As you guys complete your application, once you apply to SCAD, you're assigned a personal admission advisor, and this person's really there to help you with any admission related questions. They're going to be holding your hand throughout the whole process all the way up until acceptance into SCAD. The requirements for undergrad are a 3.0 GPA, a 1080 on the SATs, or a 21 on the ACTs. So that's what we prefer to see coming into SCAD from our undergraduates. All right. If you guys are anywhere above those scores, we automatically tack on what we call our academic scholarship. And that's anywhere between $1,500 and $12,000 you can earn if you are anywhere above the requirements that we look for acceptance. We also offer an achievement scholarship, which is really just a fancy name for the portfolio scholarship. So if you want to submit a portfolio to SCAD, you can definitely do so. Although I will say it is not required for acceptance into SCAD. Okay, so if you want to submit a portfolio for scholarship purposes, you can definitely do so. We look for around 10 to 20 of your best pieces, and it can be however you artistically express yourself. So a little bit of pressure is taken off, again, with the portfolio scholarship rather than for acceptance or denial into our school. That one ranges anywhere between $1,000 and $7,500 off of tuition per year. And both of those are combined for one lump sum off of tuition per year. Okay. Within 2 to 4 weeks of us having everything we need from you. So seniors, I'm really talking to you guys. Basically, you guys will know if you're accepted into SCAD. So it's a pretty quick turnaround time, basically as quick as you guys make it. For seniors, we are test optional this year. For juniors, we are still asking for the test scores as of right now. Okay. You guys can visit us virtually. We have daily tours going on virtually. If you guys want to come down to one of our campuses, we opened up tours a few weeks ago. So feel free, you just have to sign up in advance. And obviously connect with us. I'm going to throw my information on the screen at the end of this. So definitely connect with me. I'm your admission representative. I can really help you guys with anything. I do portfolio counseling. I do one-on-one Zoom calls, whatever you guys need. I'm really here for you. You guys can connect with us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We update our pages every single day, so you can kind of get a quick sketch of what we're all about if you just hit that follow button. And also all those videos that I showed you today are all on our website and also all on YouTube with thousands of other videos as well. So as you guys kind of go through your looking at different universities and especially SCAD, obviously, there are countless reasons to choose SCAD. Some of those that I've gone over in the presentation today. Maybe it's our trailblazing academics or our beautiful buildings that we have. Maybe it's our student clubs and organizations, or maybe it's one of our locations that kind of stands out to you. Or maybe it's our industry partnerships. But in the end, know that every element of life at SCAD is designed to help you land your dream job and launch your creative career that much quicker. Okay, so that is kind of your introduction into SCAD. I'm going to throw my information right here. So again, Brett Sherman, there's my cell phone or my work cell phone number, my work email. If you guys have any questions, if you want to follow up with me to talk a little bit more about SCAD, feel free to message me, whichever one's convenient for you. But thank you guys so much for kind of tuning in the last 30 minutes of this presentation. And we hope to welcome you to the SCAD family soon. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to throw it in the Q&A and I can answer some of those questions for you right now. If not, feel free to message me one-on-one and we can, you guys can, set up a Zoom call with me and we can talk a little bit more about your individual needs and interests as well. But I'll be here if anybody has any questions.
While we're waiting for a question or two, I just want to thank our students for joining us tonight. And Brett, thanks so much for sharing more about SCAD. For students, if you are looking to learn more about other schools, feel free to continue checking the PACAC website, pacac.org, and find opportunities to schedule additional sessions for you and your families. At the exit of this session, please know that a quick 4-question survey will be asked of you. Kindly fill that out so we can gain more feedback. But Brett, thank you so much for sharing more about SCAD. We wish you all a wonderful night and best of luck.
Yes, thank you.